Yeah, the sealer, it works. It works. I think I'll stick to.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right, boy, Trigger Man, back in the lab. And today, what we have here. All right, today we have a Mazda paint code 46G. This is the most difficult job in the entire industry. So they say on YouTube. If you type in YouTube in the search bar, Mazda 46G, the results will have you scared to paint this car, okay? I made a video a few months back spraying the little convertible, little Miata looking car. And normally you put down black, you put down a black base. Yes, that's the way I've always done it. There was a subscriber that commented and said that he normally just puts down a black sealer and then goes right into the base coat. Now that was rather interesting because usually I put the black sealer and then I will put black base coat and then go into it. But if that'll save me a whole extra step, I mean, that comment stood out in my head, since that. So this is the first Mazda I've gotten since that video. And it's kind of beat up. It's a little beat up. The side of it was painted. It's all messed up, like modelly on the side. The rear bumper's a different color. So it ain't the greatest vehicle to start. So I figure, why not go ahead and try it on this? And if that works, then that'll save me time from doing these jobs, in the future. But again, it's not that difficult. It's just a black base is required, okay? Got a bunch of comments, people saying different paint manufacturers want you to do all this other crazy stuff, which, I don't know. I've been spraying the color for 7 years, since whenever it came out. First time it came out, we've been spraying this Mazda 46G ever since then. No problem, ever. Different paint lines. I mean, I don't know what they require. But yeah, new hood. So we're gonna blend the fender, blend the right fender, blend into the left fender, and then a new bumper, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go mix up some sealer, put the sealer down, then I'll use some wet bed, clear base coat blender to put a wet coat over the fenders. Now the fenders are prepped with 1000, okay? On this color, you do have to prep the blend panels slightly different, a little more fine sandpaper. So these are with 1000, okay? And an ultra fine scuff pad after that. But we're still gonna go ahead and put a wet bed down. So I'm gonna go mix up this sealer, mask up, and we'll get to it. Bow.
Trigger man! Hey bro, man, I put in the YouTube search, like you said. I put in YouTube search Mazda 46G. Man, they had me scared, bro. Man, you would think it was some kind of diabolical 5-stage international, like, man, it's just paint black base and don't screw up your metallics, just like every job, Man, bro, I see what you're saying though, Trigger. They got me scared on that one, bro. You're putting little black on the edge of the fenders, huh? But yeah, man, it's like there's like 50 videos, and it's all like scaring you. Oh, it's the most craziest paint. Oh, wait, you must do this before you paint this color. It's like, man, I want to see what you do here. I want to see. Is it really that? You're putting the black sealer. I want to see, Trigger. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know you'll keep it real. These guys out here, man. They be faking. Bro. Yeah, they be faking, man. Trying to scare. They use the scare tactics. Yeah, bro. Oh, you got a little black on the tip of the fender, huh? Yeah, they use scare tactics, man. They get all the newbies. The new guys, they be so scared, bro. Including myself, because I don't know. I'm a newbie. But anyway, bro. Alright, I sit back and see what's going on with this new technique that you learn from your subscriber. I check in with you later, bro. Spray on, brother. Spray on.
Okay, so like I said, subscriber left a comment. I wasn't sure if he's a long-time subscriber, a new guy, but certain comments guys leave, it'll stick in my head. Even though 80% of the comments when someone says stuff like that is all cap, but this one was logical, so, and I don't know if this is something that's maybe people are doing out there already, but just to me it sounded a little, see, never, when you paint your bumpers, never aim back over at the hood. You'll blow dirt, dust, overspray back on the hood. Always aim the gun down. But yeah, so again, 90% of the time people say stuff, it's all cap, but this one stood out to me, and I said I'm gonna give it a try. Okay. Again, some of you guys may be already doing this, black sealer straight into your paint, but for me, I never done it. Never thought about it. So putting down some wet bed, which is a base coat blender, which also is a base coat that is transparent. Okay. When you hear me say wet bed, that's basically what that is. It's a base coat that's completely clear. Okay. And that's to fill in any scratches that may be there, so that when you're putting down this 46G paint, that it just lands right on top of that. The metallics lay down the way they're supposed to. They should. This will help to increase the chances that the metallics lay down the way they are supposed to, unless you, the painter, does something that you shouldn't be. Okay. Also, like bad technique, those type of things. Okay. As long as your technique is where it should be, then hey, you'll be okay. All right. So spraying this one with my new air cap, my HV30 cap. I've really been loving this cap. Seems like I've been doing most of my metallic jobs with it. Again, just because it's new to me, I'm just playing around with it, But I like it. I enjoy it. I would say it sprays pretty close to the DV1 base coat gun. So those of you that are in the market for a good metallic gun, and you're liking and looking at the DeVilbiss DV1, this might be another option for you. Okay. The Pro Light with the HV30 cap, very close to the DV1. Very. So yeah, so back with this trick here. I don't know if it's called a trick or just an application method of sealer straight into this color. It does work. It did work, but I think I'm still gonna stick with the way I've been doing it. The thing with this 46G color, and I'm assuming this is why everyone is scared of it, and all the videos are so, oh my god, must do it this way. I think it's because the way the metallics are so fine to where if there's any type of orange peel or rough texture
in your primer, which it shouldn't be, sealer, your ground coat, anything, you're going to see it in the metallics. You know, your substrate has to be pretty much completely flat. So, which is why I guess a lot of people paint the car with the black and then they clear it. They actually clear it and then come back and sand it. So it needs to be pretty flat. Okay? No, not pretty flat. It needs to be flat. Okay, so yeah, and me putting the sealer down, the sealer still has a little texture to it, even though for the most part, in every other aspect, every other color, it would be fine. But yeah, the sealer does have a little peel to it. So the metallics, you know, they're okay. They'll fly. It's nothing that you'll even see. You won't pick up on, unless you're a painter, an experienced painter with that eye. But I know it. You know, I know that it's not 100% to me, for my liking. So it's nothing that I'm gonna do. Maybe with a different paint line. Oh, see here, I'm saying you want to paint this here, the same direction you're gonna be spraying the hood. And that's just something to get in a good practice of regardless, even though certain colors it may not be that big of a deal. But like on the hood, I gave a drop coat, I went crossway with it. So now on this piece here, same way it's going to be sitting on the car, you want to go crossway with it. You know, and this color is not a huge deal, but it's something that you just want to get in a practice of. I'm going to be clearing this with the A&I Black Skull Edition. 2, 4, and 4 is 828 PSI. Hadn't used this gun for a while, so I brought it out. I think I just bumped it up a little more. 30. Yep. So yeah, hadn't used this gun for a while. And also with this color, when you're clearing on your first coat of clear, you want to put your clear on a little light. I guess what a lot of people call it a tack coat. As you can see, the part of the hood that I've already sprayed, you see it's real light, because putting your first coat of clear on heavy on this color, if the base hasn't flashed off long enough, it will grab those metallics and shift them and move it. And that'll happen on any metallic job, but because this is real fine metallics, there's a higher chance of that happening. So few little things like this you want to remember when doing this color, but again, none of that should make it so frightening to where you're scared and you're all in your head thinking about it, because that's when you really mess up. So yeah, the two things for me with this color, put down your black, put it smooth, however you have to do it, sealer, base, clear it, sand that, but your black goes down smooth, okay? And then you go on from there. And with the clear coat, first coat of clear, very light, okay? Those are really the only two things that I would say you really have to look out for. And as you see, no streaking, no model, no nothing. Now your second coat, or if you're a 3-coater or a 4-coater, you know, every coat after that first one, you can go ahead and lay it on. Me,
Always 2 coats. Rarely do I ever go over 2 coats of clear. For me, my opinion, less is best. You know, the least amount of material you have on there, how can I say it? Because there's sometimes a lot of clear. You know, some people are like, oh no, 5 coats, 6 coats. I guess if you're doing custom work, candies and flakes, and you need to bury a lot of stuff with clear, and you're going to be cutting and buffing or float coating. But for me, most of my career has been collision work. You know, when I first started out, I did custom work, hot rods, and all that different type of stuff, painting on a rotisserie. But 90% of my just about 30 years of painting have been collision work. So with that, it's just 1 coat, 2 coats, done, you know. So that's why I'll hardly ever go over it for the 3rd coat. And that's if there's something wrong, something happens, or I'm trying to cover up something. You know, it does happen. Happens to the best of us. Even the pro painters. You dig. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. It does work. So to that subscriber that gave me the idea, thank you. It does work. It may work a little better in a different paint line, but for me, I'm gonna stick to black sealer, black base, wet bed my edges, and go from there. Although, if I do have another crappy Mazda and I'm running late and I'm trying to get out of there, but for the most part, sealer, base, wet bed, and then go on to the 46G. And that's it. But hopefully this does help someone out there that might be a little startled by looking at the YouTube search on Mazda 46G. You dig.
All right, we got it done. That's what we're looking like. Yeah, the sealer, it works. I think I'll stick to putting my base coat down, but it definitely works. So to the subscriber that gave me that idea, thank you, sir. A little dirt in this one, but it'll be okay. It shall be okay. Yeah, so the sealer and then right into the color seems to work just fine. I know some of you might be like, duh, Trigger, that's the way we do it. But hey man, if I don't know, I don't know. If I never done it, I never done it. I only speak on what I know, okay? Yeah, so that's it in here, end of the day. So we'll get it out in the morning, take a peek, and see what we got. Pow.
Okay, so this is the next morning. Overcast, but you can still get an idea of what we got here. You know, I try to get direct sunlight for you guys. But yeah, that's what it is. Clouds, and more clouds. No model, no striping, no issues. Good gloss. That's all you need, you know. So if you want to put down sealer, black sealer, and then go into your base coat, you have that option. But just be sure that your sealer is completely smooth, okay? Any texture and it will reflect in your finished product 100%. I don't use scare tactics. I'm just telling you what it is. And you see the rear bumper there, it's been painted. The side of it has all kind of modeling and everything. Like, yeah, I don't know who painted this before. See there? But it wasn't the trigger, I promise you that. But yeah, so no scare tactics or anything. Just those two things you need to be sure of. Make sure whatever black you use, it's smooth. And when you're putting on your clear, make sure to put your first coat light, and then you can go medium, wet, heavy, whatever after that, okay? And of course, I don't have to tell you to just spray your metallics good like you would do any other job. So, want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Please give a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share the video with a friend. And after doing so, if you would please tell his girlfriend. Peace.